Hi fashion designer, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make this beautiful bow sleeve. If you want to know how it's done, stay tuned. So you're going to need your sleeve pattern that's got the front and the back part of it. So right here on the sleeve, I'm going to divide it by 4. So go ahead and do the same thing onto your sleeve. Once you're done creating these markings, you want to go ahead and extend them directly to their wrist. The next thing is to cut. I'm going to go ahead and cut the right side of the sleeve, separate these two pieces like so. Then the next thing you want to do is to make sure that you cut out the notches. This will make it easier for you to attach the piece later on as we sew it on the fabric. I'm going to create some lines so that we can create a method of slash and spread, and these lines are actually 1.5 inches apart. Once you're done creating these points, make sure that you connect them back to the center line of the sleeve as shown on the screen. The next thing, I am going to cut this pattern right here on the center line. And once you are done doing that, go ahead now and slash open the side lines. The next thing you need to do is to take a new pattern paper and place your pattern that you have slashed and then spread it on a new pattern paper. Once you're done taping it down like so, you're going to take a ruler and mark a straight line that goes across from one side to the other. The next thing you need to do is to trace around your pattern. And then once you're done tracing, go ahead and cut out the pattern. To create the bow effect, you will need a new pattern paper, and you make sure that you leave the space on top depending how wide you want your bow to be. I left a space of around 5 inches right at the top, and I'm going to create a marking there. The next thing, I'm going to fold the new pattern paper in half to create a center point that I'm going to align it with the sleeve as shown on the screen. Now, right at the side, it all depends on you. You can leave a space of around 5 to 6 inches depending how big you want the bow to be. So I left a space of around 4 inches, of which I did regret later on. I wish I'd left more. But then this because it's a demonstration for you to see how you can make this sleeve. So go ahead, once you're done, go ahead now and cut out the pattern. Now, it's time for you to transfer this pattern on fabric. I've got my cotton fabric over here. You can go ahead and choose the cotton fabric of your choice. I'm going to go ahead and place this pattern on a fabric, and I'm going to cut it out. Make sure that you do add seam allowance around the pattern. I went ahead and I added 1/2 inch seam allowance. Then I cut a piece of fabric of around 5 by 3 inches. Once you're done, you want to go ahead now and attach the right side piece back to the sleeve. And you want to attach it using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I went ahead to press open the seam so that it looks neat also on the outside. So the next thing is you want to make sure that your sleeve is facing right sides together, like so, and then go ahead and sew from the bottom right from here using 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now, once you're done, make sure that you cut out your corners so that as you turn the bow the correct side, it has a nice sharp edges. Now go ahead and close the side seam of your sleeve, and I'm going to do this by using 1/2 inch seam allowance. The next thing you need to do is to turn your sleeve the correct side. As you can see, I always like to iron my work so that it looks nice and professional. Go ahead and do the same thing. I took this piece of fabric and I'm going to sew it right on the side. Then the next thing, once you were done, turn it to the correct side, then attach it right on the side on the bow. Like so. I'm going to go and sew a straight stitch. Then cut out some excess fabric to avoid any bulking. Then once you're done, turn this bow the correct side so that the seams are not visible on the outside. And the sleeve is complete. You see how easy it was? So this is how the sleeve turned out, and the only thing that is left is to attach it on your garment. I hope you will enjoy making this project as much as I did. So as for me, see you on the next one.